Okay, let's start a demo session. Welcome everyone to NBITS SAP BPC demo. And today, for today's agenda, this is today's agenda. So first, we are going to discuss what is SAP BPC, and the other name for SAP BPC is SAP EPM and its overview. And then we are going to discuss what are all the key benefits of SAP BPC, so that you'll be able to understand why you want to learn, why you had to learn SAP BPC, and why you had to choose SAP BPC as your career, and how it is going to be useful for an organization. And then we are going to discuss different BPC versions, what are all the available in today's market and their differences. And then we'll be discussing BPC course content, and we'll be continuing with who can learn this course and what will be the opportunities once you learn this BPC. And then we'll be ending up this today's session with question and answers. Okay. So first, let me tell you SAP BPC. BPC stands for Business Planning and Consolidation. Okay, SAP BPC. BPC stands for Business Planning and Consolidation. From the name itself, you can understand something. Why we'll be using this tool, like why organizations will be using this SAP BPC. The other name for SAP BPC is SAP EPM. Okay, sometimes we can some people call it as SAP BPC, some people call it as SAP EPM. EPM stands for Enterprise Performance Management. Okay, EPM stands for Enterprise Performance Management. Okay, so it is a EPM software. SAP BPC is a EPM software. So before I explain you what is a BPC and all, let me explain you what is EPM. What is EPM first? What is EPM? So EPM stands for Enterprise Performance Management. So EPM is the process. EPM, so we call one process as EPM. What is that process? EPM is a process which includes planning, budgeting, forecasting, and execution of that planning, and analyzing the results and taking the decisions on top of results. Okay, this entire process will be called as a EPM, Enterprise Performance Management. So we'll be analyzing on enterprise performance, how enterprise is doing, how they are doing, like in financial way we'll be analyzing. So EPM is a process which includes planning, budgeting, forecasting, and execution of that planning, and analyzing the results and taking the decisions on top of results. This entire process will be called as a EPM. So for every organization, they need to have some proper planning to execute. Let's consider a simple example of Amazon. Amazon is there, and Amazon is doing business around the globe, right? And they should have some proper plans to maintain their entire organization and to execute the plannings and to make the revenues. They should follow some strategies and some plans, right? Let's say Amazon decided to generate $100 billion revenue in next 5 years. Amazon decided to generate $100 billion revenue in next 5 years. If they want to reach that target, they should have some plan, right? Simply, yes, we have decided, let's go back to our work and it will happen. It is not going to happen. They have to make more customers, and they have to sell more products and quality services they have to provide. There will be so many challenges in achieving that. So if they want to achieve $100 billion target in 5 years, they should have a proper plan. So once they have a plan, then they will start executing that plan. Once they are come up with some different plans will be there, they will be finalizing one best plan among the two different plans, and they will start executing that plan. And once they start executing that plan in regular time intervals, maybe for every week or 2 weeks or monthly or quarterly, they will be having meetings and they will be analyzing the results, how the planning is, like execution of plan is happening, and how it is working, whether we are moving towards our target or is it going in other direction, right? So once we have a plan, let's say in 2019 they decided, so by end of 2019 June half year, they'll get the results, okay, they were able to make only $10 billion, but in 5 years, they are targeting $100 billion target. That means in every year they should be able to make at least $20 billion. And every organization, what they use, they try to achieve as much as possible in the initial stages, so short term goal is like by end of 2019 they should be in a position to make $25 billion. By end of June, they can see only $10 billion business happen, but they targeted for 12, $13 billion. So $2-3 billion are pending. So in the meetings, they will analyze this, why this gap came. So what are all the things? What is the actions we need to take to overcome this? Okay, so every regular time intervals, they will be analyzing the results and they will be comparing the actuals with the planned data, and they will be taking, like if they find any gaps, and they will be analyzing the situations and they'll be taking actions based on the results. So this entire process will be there, right? So this entire process will be called as a EPM, performance management, enterprise performance management. So as of, see in our example Amazon, so let's say Amazon is a global company and they are doing business everywhere in the world. And how can a headquarter which is in USA will take decisions what is going on in India, what is going on in China, how they'll come to know? They need to have a proper tracking mechanism. So for that they need to use a software. That application is a EPM software they need to have to do all these things, to track of all the things, so that they should have a proper command, right? So what is happening everywhere they should be able to see, and they should be able to take immediate action. These days if you are going to respond after 2-3 days is also going to be leads to big loss, right? These days everything is changing like never before. You should be in a position to take dynamic decisions as soon as possible to make good revenue, right? For that purpose we need EPM software. Earlier what they used to do is, this meetings used to happen or over the emails or over the Skype calls or something like that, calls or the letters. It used to happen in olden days, and they used to use Microsoft Excel for their planning, or spreadsheets they used to use for the planning purpose. But let's say if you're I am from user from India and I am doing responsible for India planning, and somebody is there in USA headquarters, and how they'll come to know what I am doing here? They'll not be able to track me what are all the things happening in at India level, right? If there is some application which they can easily see, okay, if they click on India, then they can see, okay, if they click on south part of India, they can see Hyderabad, Chennai, something like that, okay, Bangalore. Okay, what is happening in these locations? They should have some track, right? But earlier, before, if any organization is not using EPM software, they use some offline files. What are all the challenges if you use offline files? It is very difficult to manage. As you can see on my screen, it is very difficult to manage manually, and lack of collaboration between different departments. Let me explain you with a simple example how planning happens at organization level. Simple diagram, you'll be able to understand very easily. See, I copied this diagram from SAP portal. Okay, this is a planning process. You can see on my screen here the strategic target. It is a long-term goal, that is $100 billion target from Amazon. And once it is set by our finance department, what, like how they are going to make that revenue? By selling the products. So what department comes into picture? Sales department. Sales department will be generating the revenue by selling the products. But sales department, from where it will be getting the products? Sales department will be responsible for selling the products, but they need to have a stock with them. If they want to have a stock, manufacturing department has to manufacturing the goods. If manufacturing department has to manufacture the goods, they need support from HR department for human resources. They need support from finance department for buying new machinery, for plant maintenance, for daily wages, daily labor, everything. And they need some big missions. And that department is a capex, capital expenditure. That department, right? And inside manufacturing department, if they want to manufacture goods, they need a raw material that will be coming from some other department, third party vendors, and the material management department will be handling that, right? So if you want to achieve the strategic target, in our example $100 billion target, you need collaboration between so many departments, right? So manually achieving that collaboration between these many departments is not an easy task. I can say for Amazon, companies like Amazon, it is highly impossible, I can say. Manually getting the collaboration between different departments is not an easy task for an organization. So we need to have a proper application where we can track everything. So lack of collaboration between different departments, and it is a time consuming process, and no access to real time data, right? Let's say one customer approached Amazon and they said we are expecting this product, and they'll be checking the stock, whether stock is available. If there is no stock, immediately they have to update this manufacturing team, and manufacturing team immediately take action, and they'll check whether raw material is available to make goods, everything, right? So this collaboration we require. And if you don't have a real-time data access, it is going to be time consuming. Let's say if I am not using, Amazon is not using EPM software, and I am responsible for India, I'll be doing something, I'll be sending that over the email, and headquarter in USA will be collecting all the details from different countries, and they will be aggregating that. It is a time taking process, and as it is a manual, there is a chance of errors for sure while aggregating the data from different countries. And impact on decision making for sure, because these days you have to take decisions just like that. Okay, but if you are taking decisions, like if you are spending more time in the planning itself, then when you are going to analyze it and when you are going to take a good decision in this competitive world. Okay, these are all the challenges. To overcome these challenges, an organization has to use EPM softwares. So let me conclude what is EPM, then I'll start with the BPC, how it is going to be useful as a EPM software. Okay, let's conclude this EPM. So EPM is a process which is a combination of target setting, that is the first step, and a plan to reach the target, second step, and a track of results in a regular time intervals, and based on the results, analyzing their results, and they'll be addressing the gaps, they'll be taking some actions to fill the gaps, right? This entire process will be called as a EPM process. So manually doing this is not an easy task. And why I am saying is, as part of internet, as part of as per internet, I recently read one article where they mentioned that Amazon app, mobile app is the right, Amazon app is generating 3.5 billion records, 3.5 billion records in a day. Amazon app is generating 3.5 billion records in a day, and Amazon is using 5 TB database, 5 terabyte, 5 TB database to store these records. In a single day, Amazon app is generating 3.5 billion records, and Amazon is using 5 TB data to storage these records. Can you imagine how difficult it will be analyzing 3.5 billion records and taking decision and getting conclusions? Every day, if when they are getting 3.5 billion records, or the meetings or anything, it is not possible analyzing that, right? So for that, in future, EPM will be like this. As you can see on my screen, it will be the combination of whatever we discussed so far, EPM and digital technology, along with the data science. because when data volumes are increasing like anything, manually analyzing that is not possible. We need a data science in this. Okay, future EPM will be the combination of whatever we discussed EPM process so far and digital technology and data science. Especially after this Android and iOS revolution, data volumes are increasing like never before. So it will be the combination of these things. So we have discussed what is EPM and what is the necessity of EPM for an organization. So let's start with a BPC now. How it is going to be useful as a EPM software and why it is the best among other EPM softwares. We'll see now. So as I said, SAP BPC is a stands for Business Planning and Consolidation. The other name for BPC is EPM, Enterprise Performance Management. Okay, so I can say simply SAP BPC will act as a map for an organization, will act as a map. So whenever you are trying to reach a new place, we'll use a Google Maps, right? So we'll keep on checking, yes, whether we are going in the right direction or not, and how far we have reached, and what is the remaining distance, and how much time it may take, what will be the traffic. We'll be reading all these things, right? In the same way, SAP BPC is going to be useful for an organization to reach their financial targets. It will be just like a map. How we reach our destination by using Google Maps, organizations can use SAP BPC as a map, kind of a map, to reach in their financial targets. Okay, that is why this is having a very good demand these days in the market. And so many organizations still they are using some offline templates, and they are realizing the what is the necessity of EPM software. Once they start using EPM software, how it is changing before BPC, after BPC, how the revenues are. Just like if I want to say a Bahubali movie, so Indian cinema before Bahubali, after Bahubali, you can don't think in other way, but you can read the success stories of an organization in SAP portals, how business has been changed after starting using BPC for an organization. There are so many companies who have written their success stories once they start using SAP BPC as their EPM software. Okay, as I said, EPM is a combination, it is a process, right, which includes planning and all. Same BPC will be useful for an organization in the process of planning, budgeting, forecasting, and another functionality is also included, that is called consolidation. Okay, BPC will be useful for an organization in the process of planning, budget allocations, forecasting, and consolidation, and for financial analysis. Okay, it helps organization in the process of this, and finally that leads to make better decisions and improve the collaboration between different departments and increase the efficiency of utilization of resources. How it is going to be useful in making better decisions? If you start using BPC as your planning tool, BPC as your planning tool, headquarter will have a complete control. They can track everything, what is happening. Okay, HR department is doing planning. Okay, they can set target. Yes, you should be in a position to complete this planning task in next 2-3 days. They can keep on checking in the system. Okay, how much percentage of progress has been happened. They can follow up with the HR team. Like within, like, if Amazon is not using EPM software, they used to take around 3 to 6 months to come up with a plan. And after that, they start executing and then they'll take decisions and all. But if they are using BPC, everything is a real time. Whatever, let's say I'm responsible for India, right? So if I put some plan data in India in the system, that on time, in real time, that will be visible for headquarter office. That will be visible for headquarter office, and I can use more time for a decision making and less time for a planning, and I can come up with a multiple planning scenarios in a less time, so that I can choose a better planning scenario which is going to lead us to reaching the target. Okay, multiple planning scenarios. So what if analysis, what if I go with this planning, what will be the results? If I go with a planning 2, what will be the results? If I go with a planning 3, what will be the results? I'll choose the best among this plan 1, 2, 3, right? So with in less time, like in some success stories I have read, so in my experience also, if before BPC they used to spend at least 3 to 6 months for to come up with a single plan, but if they start using BPC, it will decrease the time cycle from 3 months to 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks they can come up with a plan. If higher level management is not happy with that, they can go back to the lower levels and again they can come up with another planning scenario in 2 3 weeks. Okay, so in 2 3 months they can come up with a different plans and they can choose the better one among these plans. So, and it leads to make better decisions and improve collaboration between different departments. As I said earlier, to reach the target, you need a collaboration between these many departments, right? So as everything is a real time, let's say when sales department is looking for products, immediately this manufacturing team will be getting the notifications message saying that yes, some customer is approaching sales department and they are asking this much products in the stock, it is not available, please start manufacturing the products. And manufacturing department will start doing manufacturing it. Immediately that system will go to material management team. Yes, manufacturing department has started manufacturing goods, they might need raw material, please check and confirm whether we have a stock or do we need to approach any third party vendor for raw materials. So this collaboration is very easy by using this BPC software. And increase efficiency, I'll explain you with a simple example. Let's say there is a HR department. Let's consider IT company scenario here. The client is IT company, and IT company means it is like more depends on the resources. Let's say there is one IT company and they have around 1 lakh employees, but as per their requirement, in today's requirement they need only 80,000 employees, but that means 20,000 employees are on bench without chargeable work. They are just simply coming to office and going. So with the help of BPC they can easily analyze what are all the like who are all the employees are on bench and how we can utilize them. Let's say instead of stay like simply coming to office and sitting on bench, we can analyze, okay, what will be the demand in future, what will be the demand in future. Maybe if organization is expecting more work, more projects in future, yes, we might use them. But let's see, we need to analyze whether they can work on the other technologies. If we want to make them to work on other technologies, again we need to know how much demand will be there for those other technologies in future, and we can, based on that, we can take decisions, we can train the employees who are on a bench, right? And other thing is, let's say companies predicting that in future they'll be getting as usual same work, then they'll start firing the employees. All these kind of things will be easy with the help of a BPC software. Okay, and this is like overall BPC is going to be showing impact in making better decisions and getting collaboration between departments and increasing the efficiency of utilization of resources. Okay, and how it is going to show impact? By helping in the process of planning, budgeting, forecasting and consolidation, and financial report and analysis. Okay, so by helping in the process of these areas, it is going to be useful in making better decisions and improving collaboration and increasing the efficiency. How it is going to be useful in the process of planning, forecasting and consolidation, let's discuss. So planning, it supports both bottom up and top down planning. What is a bottom up and top down? When target set is happened at higher level, then they will distribute. Let's say Amazon decided to $100 billion target, and for Asia region they'll allocate $30 billion, and for Europe region they allocate 20, for North America region they allocate 40, for South America region they allocate 10. Okay, so from headquarter level to regions, and then from Asia region for India 10, For China, 15. For Japan, $5 billion. And in India, again, India, south part of India, 5. North part of India, 5. So when target is happening from higher level to lower level, when the data is moving from top to bottom, then we call it as a top down planning. And in the coming sessions, I'll be explaining you how we are going to do that in the BPC. Okay. And same way bottom up also. Bottom up also is possible in BPC. And HR planning. So somebody will be under the impression that BPC is a finance tool. It is not. It can be used by any department, HR department or sales department or finance department or material management department. Any department can use this BPC for their planning. And expenses planning, every organization should have a proper expenses planning, right? Otherwise expenses leads to less profits. When you are not able to track what are all the expenditures we are doing, whether that is really worth or not, you need to know, right? Let's say a simple example, let's consider we are say any organization is using internet, but really they don't require internet for their daily work. For their daily work, still they are paying some amount for internet connection. I'm just giving you example, but these days there is no office which don't require internet. I'm just giving you simple example. Okay, so that and all they can easily track with the help of BPC, and they can cut down expenses planning, sales planning. So they can, like, any department can use. And forecasting is the meaning of forecast is nothing but predicting the near future. Predicting the near future, right? So BPC supports rolling forecast, balance sheet forecast, cash flow forecast, profit and loss, other like HR forecast, anything it can do. Okay, that is about forecasting. And in the coming sessions I'll be explaining you everything, what is a forecast, what is a rolling forecast, with the examples. Where is it? Basics. So in the coming session I'll be explaining you what are all the things: forecast, planning, strategic planning, rolling forecast, with the examples. Okay, in the coming sessions we'll be discussing with the examples. As today is just demo session, I'm just giving you the overall view of a BPC. And consolidation, it is a unique functionality provided by SAP BPC application. What is a consolidation? So consolidation is nothing but aggregating the similar data into single, like aggregating the similar financial statements or reports into a single report. Where it comes into picture is, again, take a example of Amazon is doing business in all the countries. When Amazon is doing an US, if they are doing business in US, they have to follow US government rules. In India, Amazon has to follow India government financial rules, right? So in India, financial year starts from April 1st and it will end on March 31st. Whereas in US, it starts in January 1st and ends on December 31st. In Australia, it starts on July 1st and ends on June 30. But when they want to see their balance sheet report at headquarter level, while following all these financial rules of different countries, and getting this consolidated thing is very difficult. And another big challenge is, in India all transactions happens in INR. In US it happens in USDs. In Australia, Australia dollars. And again they have to come up with some single report where they can see all the figures in USDs. They have to convert INR to USD, Australian dollar to USD, Canada dollar to USD, or dirhams to USD, or pounds to USD, right? Euros to USD. And that is a difficult task these days. Earlier days, like most of the companies used to do in a same country, but these days most of the companies are doing business in multiple countries, and transactions will be in multiple currencies. So getting the final statement, if business want to know what is happening, what is our revenue, what is our assets, what is our liabilities and all, it is difficult. So this BPC will help in the process of that. Okay, and Last thing is financial reporting and analysis. Once you are doing the planning, forecasting, and consolidation, you'll be analyzing the results, right? We will be creating the reports, you'll be analyzing that. Based on that only, you will be taking decisions. Let's say if you're watching cricket, let's say it is a one day match, 50 overs match, and I was outside and I came, and by the time it was around 30th over is going on. And if I want to know what happened, I don't need to watch entire match, right, from first over to 29th over. In between, on the screen, TV screens, we can see some wagon wheels and scoreboards with dashboards and all. Simply with the one picture, I can easily get what happened in last 29 overs and who scored more, who bowled well, everything, right? In the same way, for organization also, they need reports for decision making, right? So BPC also will be useful for their reporting and analysis. Okay, and these are four are the areas where BPC can show impact. And when you, there are some other EPM softwares also apart from BPC. BPC is the SAP organization's product. Oracle is also giving EPM software Hyperion. IBM also using Cognos. There is another technology called Anaplan. There are so many other EPM softwares, but why we need to learn BPC only? Now we realize that what is the necessity of a EPM software for an organization, and now we need to take a call that which is the best among other EPM softwares. So these other benefits gives that information. When you are using BPC software, when we are using BPC software, we'll be having the real-time data access. Real-time data access. That means like US headquarter can see what happened in last minute in India. They can see that data. That is a real-time data access. Okay, so real-time data access is possible in BPC. And hybrid planning, these days everything is a cloud based. Okay, so BPC we can install on cloud or on premise, both are possible. And from SAP there is another software for planning called SAP Analytics Cloud. As I said, future EPM is different, right? Future EPM will be the combination of these: EPM, digital technology, and data science. Yes, there SAP Analytics Cloud, we call it as SAC. Okay, SAP Analytics Cloud comes into picture. So we can integrate this BPC with SAC software, and which leads to hybrid planning. You can use the functionality of data science and all. Okay, and tightly integrated with Microsoft Office applications. As I said, these days also some companies are using Microsoft Excel for their planning because users like Microsoft Excel. And the fact is, people who are using Microsoft Excel for their planning, that members itself are younger than this Microsoft Excel age. It is there from 1990s. Microsoft Excel is there from 1990s. People who born in 1990 after that also using this Microsoft Excel tool for their planning. So that's why BPC has a tight integration with Microsoft Excel, so that still they can use Microsoft Excel for their planning, but it will be connected with SAP BPC software. It will be connected with SAP BPC software. It is tightly integrated with MS Office applications. Integration of SAP and non-SAP. So as I said, this is SAP software. We can get the data from SAP very easily, and from non-SAP systems also you can get. There is no issue at all. We can integrate SAP's and non-SAP's data. And another beautiful functionality from SAP BPC's web reporting is available. Let's say higher level management team is there, and they are in traveling and they want to see the reports. So they will not have a server access while traveling on flight or somewhere in the travel, but still they can see the BPC reports. Web reporting functionality is there. That is another beautiful functionality from BPC. And as I said, we can deploy it on cloud or on premise, and it is very user friendly. Once as a BPC consultant, we deliver the solution to the organization, that end users, finance team members or HR team members, HRs, they can use BPC tool without any difficulty. It is a user friendly. Okay, that is why As of now, as per market now, I can say out of 100 EPM projects, 45 to 50 projects are on top of SAP BPC only. SAP BPC has a more market share and compare with other EPM softwares. And SAP is keep on adding more values to this application. Just now I said it can integrate with SAP Analytics Cloud SAC so that it will be best suitable for a future EPM also. It is integrated with data science and all, right? So that's why this has a more demand in the market now. This is hot. Even if you see BPC consultants are getting more packages, like high packages when compared with other technologies. And that is about the BPC capabilities, what it can do for an organization. And coming to BPC versions in the nowadays, so I can categorize into three this BPC versions. One is a Microsoft version, another one is a NetWeaver version, the third one is a S4 Finance version. So last two, this NetWeaver and Finance version are related to SAP organization, and this is related to Microsoft. Okay, and in SAP BPC roadmaps, I can see this Microsoft version is in maintenance state. I can see this Microsoft version is in maintenance status. That means SAP is not going to come up with more enhancements in this. They'll be supporting this for next 2 to 3 years and they'll stop supporting this category. 10.1 Microsoft. The latest version in Microsoft flavor is 10.1, BPC 10.1. And even we are not going to discuss anything here. And the next thing is SAP NetWeaver version. In NetWeaver version, the latest version is 11.1. The latest version is 11.1 and the previous version was 10.1. Like after 10.1, SAP came up with 11.0 and now it is 11.1. The previous version was a 10.1. As of now, 98% of the clients, BPC clients, are running on top of 10.1 only because it is a new 11.0 is a new, and still there are some bugs. SAP is fixing all those, but 11.0 is much more powerful than 10.1. There is no doubt, but it is more some little bit expensive when compared with 10.1. There are some other things which affect organization. So as of now, 10.1 have more project share when compared with 11.0. But in next 1 2 years, by end of 2020, I can say most of the clients will move on to 11.0. There is no doubt. And technically, there are no much differences between 10.1 and 11.0. But in the next session, in the first session, we'll be discussing technical architecture of 10.1 and 11.0. There are no much differences, but an organization point of view, it is going to be show very much impact. 11.0, it is going to be a more powerful than 10.1. Okay, latest version in NetWeaver version is 11.0. And coming to S4, let's say this is the EPM software, right? We have a concept called ERP also, Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP applications. So from SAP ERP application, latest application is called S4 HANA. Earlier the name was ECC, SAP ECC, now it is S4 HANA, and the latest version is 1906. And if any organization is using that ERP application S4 HANA, then on top of that also they can use a BPC. Okay, there are two flavors on that. BPC optimized, SAP BPC for S4 HANA, that is only for planning. SAP group reporting, that is only for consolidation. That is only for consolidation. These two, last two. SAP BPC optimized, the other name for this is SAP BPC for S4 HANA and SAP group reporting. This is only for consolidation, this is only for planning. Whereas this NetWeaver version supports both planning and consolidation. Planning and consolidation. That is about BPC versions. And as part of this training session, we'll be learning this 10.1. We'll be learning this 10.1. And coming to the course content, what we are going to discuss as part of this training session, what are all the things I am going to cover. So these are the things I'm going to cover. Introduction about BPC we almost covered in today's session only, and version details also. And but in coming sessions I'll be giving more details. That's it. And planning terminology. Today we just came to know the words, but in coming sessions I'll be explaining you with a simple examples for your understanding. And bottom up planning, top down planning with examples we are going to discuss. And then core elements of BPC. From here actual BPC technical things will start. So from this session onwards, I can say from third session onwards, everything will be on the system. We'll not be discussing anything like theoretically. We'll be discussing sometime. I'll be giving you basic idea and then I'll be showing you in the system. Okay, and another thing is how I'm going to teach you is how exactly it happens in real time. So as part of implementation, BPC implementation, what will be the first one? What will be the first stage? And in first stage, what we are going to create? We are going to create this core elements. In the same way, I'm going to teach you, and then modeling we'll be discussing, and then security. It is a very important thing again for organizations, and for input forms for planning, budgeting and forecasting will be creating some EPM reports in Excel interface. So BPC has a two interfaces. One is a web interface browser, another one is a Excel interface. It will be very simple to learn. In 10th class student also can easily learn this, but they'll not have a degree certificate. That's why they are not eligible. And EPM functions to create a different dynamic reports and input forms, comments, web reporting, as I said, it is there, and work status for data locking, logic scripts if you want to perform some, let's say if the sales department is using BPC for their planning, if they want to analyze, yes, if we give 5% discount, how will be the revenue? So if they want to see that, we need to have some logics. So, and it will be very simple, straightforward. BPC supports simple logics, arithmetic operations, plus, minus, multiplication, division, and all. And as I said, it can data loading. We'll be discussing from SAP and non-SAP how to load data. We'll be discussing, and the other main functionality, which is like rockstar in BPC, is a BPF, business process flows. So we'll be spending at least 2 hours only for this topic. And so I'll just give you what is a BPF. BPF is like a collection of different tasks, and it is going to be guiding the user, guiding the end user business team that yes, first do this, second do this. That's how it is going to guide. And consolidation is another functionality. We'll be spending at least 7-8 hours or 10 hours max to max. And other things apart from that, we'll be discussing how to transport and project landscapes and how projects happens, like a real-time scenario I'll be discussing. And BW is a backend for a BPC. BW is a backend for BPC, SAP BW. I'll just give you a basic understanding of a BW. As a BPC consultant, or like you require a minimum knowledge of a BW, that we'll be discussing. I'll be giving you that. And we'll be discussing project real-time scenario, how it happens at organization level. I'll be explaining you how like implementation project will be there, how support project roles and responsibilities, how rollout and all. And the last but not least, additional benefits. So once you decide, yes, BPC, I choose it as my career, then you need to find a best trainer, right? So in the market, we are a best trainers, I can say. You can read the reviews and you can get the information from previous batch students, okay? So, and what we are going to give you is a BPC tabs certification material, and I'll be keep on sharing you useful documents. Even in my projects, whenever I find some issue, I'll be keep on reading SAP portals. If I find some useful information, I'll be sharing with you. And sample resumes, I'll be helping you with this. And interview questions, yes, I'll be sharing this. If somebody's attending the interview, they'll be coming to me with the questions, what they were able to answer and what they were not able to answer. I'll be collecting and I'll be sharing that with everyone. And mock interviews, if you really require, definitely I can. help you with that over the phone calls. And certification questions, yes, people will be approaching me for like whenever they want to write go for certification. I'll be helping you with the question and answers. And job assistance, yes, if somebody, like, so many people know that NBITS is offering a BPC training, so some organizations will approach directly NBITS for, like, let's say we have openings and we need some best people who can easily work, who can easily mingle with real-time projects. That, and if somebody is approaching me, some other organizations, or if I come to know there are some openings, I'll be informing that to NBITS team, and NBITS team will be sending emails to you. There are openings. Okay, that is about course content and additional benefits from NBITS. Coming to career opportunities, who can learn this BPC? Anyone, any graduate, any postgraduate. It doesn't matter whether you are from Bachelor of Science or a BCom, MCom, BTech, MTech, MBA, MCA, CA, CMA, anything. Anyone can learn this. Working professionals also, if somebody is working on SAP, SAP BW or SAP HANA or SAP ABAP, they can, or SAP FICO also they can. If somebody is planning to change their technology, yes, they can. Because what is the advantage? High pay for working professionals when you have a BPC skills in your curriculum vitae, in your resume. Yes, every organization is paying more for a BPC consultant when compared with other consultants, because as of now, getting a BPC resource from the market is very difficult for IT companies. That's why they offer more and they try to pull you. Okay, so that is there. You can get the trends, market trends from Naukri or some other portals. You can see how the average package is offered for a BPC consultant and all. There is no doubt it is more when you compare with other technologies. And as I said, nowadays most of the clients are realizing the necessity of EPM software, and they are coming approaching the IT companies for implementations, and demand is there more for BPC consultant, and supply from the market is very less. See, if any organization want to have a real-time guy who is having hands-on experience on BPC, they have to wait for 3 months in India because notice period is 3 months. But client will not wait for 3 months, right? Client will find some other IT company for implementation who have a human resource, who have a BPC consultants. That's why these days it is more, demand is more, supply is less. That is the only reason you are getting more pay, and you get more on-site roles also, on-site roles. So that's all from my end for today's session. So let me conclude. So we have discussed what is a BPC and how it is going to be useful as a EPM software for an organization, and what is the necessity of EPM software for an organization, and if they start using EPM software, how it is going to affect their revenue and all, and decision making and all, right? So that's all from my end, and now it's your turn. If you have any questions related to course training or related to career opportunities, you can ask me now. Anyone have any questions? Yes,
Hello.
Srinivas.
Yeah. Hey. Hi. Actually, I missed some part of the class in the starting,
Okay.
and I would like to have the video session, recording session.
Yes, yes,
Is it
Srinivas.
possible?
Yes, yes. I'll be
And
sharing
then
this
link results
recording
where from
session
there
with
to understand.
everyone.
And
I'll be sharing this.
thank you, Mahinder.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Mahinder. And it's a very nice.
Thank you, Srinivas. I hope you liked it. Let's see, join the classes and attend 2, 3 sessions and then take decision if you like. But career point of view, it will be the best selection best pick for your career, BPC. Let's see. And any others have any other questions?
In BPC end, is there any coding from
Yes.
if it is a SAP ABAP or if it is a Oracle, any coding aspect
Uh,
like that?
yes,
Backend?
Koti, there is some portion for coding. Just now I said if they want to do perform any calculations, yes, we have some
Mhm,
coding, and it is very simple
mhm,
coding. And BPC supports only arithmetic operations. If any client is coming up with a multiple like complex calculation, BPC will not support. We'll be taking help from ABAP team. ABAP can do anything, so we'll be using ABAP as in our team in BPC implementation. They will be writing the logics, but simple logics, arithmetic operations like addition, summation, percentage calculations will be doing in BPC only, and it is very simple language. I'll be explaining you all those things. It is very simple. Like so many people will be asking me, some people like they don't feel comfortable with the coding and all. In BPC, it will not be there. If you want, I'll show you in the system how simple it will be. It is a web interface, just a drag and drop. Everything will be drag and drop, but somewhere we might write a simple code, but it will be very simple one. See, I hope you can see my screen. I am connecting to a BPC interface. See, this is a
mhm,
application. This is application you can see on my screen. It will be just like a browser surfing a Facebook, something like that. Everything will be just user friendly. So in the coming sessions, I'll show you like once we start practical sessions, you get a better understanding. Coding point of view, it will be very easy.
mhm. Okay.
Yeah. And any other questions? Chintu Babu, I can see some ping from you, but it is almost 30-40 minutes back. Any questions from Meher, Priyanka, Srinivas, Venkata, Shamala, Koti, Deepak?
Hello,
Yes, Deepak.
my name is Deepak. So, I want to know uh, it is beneficial for if I am a CMA, cost and management accountant, and I want to learn FICO model in
Okay.
SAP.
Okay.
It is beneficial for me.
Yes, for sure, brother. It is going to be a added advantage when you compare with a FICO.
Yeah.
FICO is a functional module, so it will be there. Even BPC, yeah, has a more demand, and you can get more package with BPC. But FICO is also a good model. I'm not saying it is not good. It is also a good option. But
Yes.
in market for a FICO, there is a huge competition. It is there from past 10-15 years. Already there are lot of
Yes.
resources available in the market, so demand is
Oh,
less. Already supply is more in the market for FICO consultants, but it is a good
okay.
as a future. But that is the only reason. When supply is more and demand is less, you get obviously less packages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions from anyone?
How many days it will take?
uh, Almost 30 sessions we require for this. Every week, regularly I'll take sessions for 5 days, Monday to Friday.
Mhm.
So max to max, we'll be able to finish this in 6 weeks.
Okay. So for online trainers, so if you have any doubts like that, any screen experiences.
Yes, yes, I will be always available on WhatsApp or the phone. You can discuss with me, or over the email also. I will be available always. You can take screenshots if you are facing some issues, and you can write email. I can reply on top of that, and I'll be explaining the same things with others also. So if you're not like, some people will feel shy, can I ask this question in this session? So no need.
Uh, please give me some example. Which company adopt this model in current scenario?
Every
Hello.
every organization is using almost. Amazon is using TCS, like every IT companies will be using. I can say, like from my company only, we are working with almost from my team itself, we are working with around 20-25 organizations. We are currently we are implementing projects for 25 organizations.
Okay. Also, manufacturing
Yes,
manufacturing industry
yes,
also adopted it.
yes, yes, they will, because for
Okay.
manufacturing industry also, let's say pharma companies, there are Novartis, Astellas, these are pharma industries, manufacturing industries. They need proper planning,
Yeah.
right? So every
Yeah.
organization, this is suitable for every organization, brother, irrespective of like industry group. Retail industry organizations can use oil and gas industries, power and energy, utilities, health and public sector, any organization.
Okay.
Even
Okay.
like aviation organizations, Qatar Airways, like Indian
Okay.
Airways, every organization have like every organization they do planning. So for
Most
that,
most of organizers it means most of organizers want to adopt it, and he is interested in this software.
correct,
So
correct. That is why, as of now, there are more opportunities in the market. Okay, so there is a new batch in the morning time, 7 to 8. You can join that class from Monday onwards, and you can take decisions. Like if you are comfortable with my presentation and training, you are always welcome. And if you want in a different timings, you can contact Anusha and BITS team, and they'll be uh, sending you the information with the new batch details and all. Okay, currently, last Wednesday we started one batch and almost 1.5 or 2 hour session completed. If somebody is interested for the same timing, 7 to 8, I can take a backup class and you can start attending the classes from Monday onwards and attend 2-3 sessions and take decision. Okay. So that's all from my end for today's session. If you have any questions, you can write emails to me. I'll be sharing this recording session from my email ID only. If you have any questions, anything, you can revert it back. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. Happy weekend.
Thank you.